Hello everyone. We wanted to spend a few minutes on this concept of demanding by design. Let's start with the real life example. So Thomas, I remember when we were designing our LATAM 5 program and the executive forum.
Sao Paulo, Brazil, that was, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you brought up this concept in the design meeting with the client of, hey, at the end of this, we should have a final exam. And I just about fell out of my seat. I'm like, Thomas, nobody wants a final exam. Who in their right mind would want that? You're going to kill this deal. And you just smiled and kept going and leaned into it. And Alvaro said, Thomas, what a great idea. And then I thought, are you crazy, Alvaro? Why would people want to sign up for a final exam? And thank you for pushing that through. I had no idea how right you actually were at the time. What I've learned since is the motivation, the drive, the challenge. People were up for it. They wanted it. They appreciated it. They wanted to demonstrate everything that they've learned. We could have done a longer exam because they really had worked so hard, and for them it was the opportunity to showcase their learning. And so this whole idea of demanding by design I've come full circle on. Mm-hmm. And thank you.
I mean, as a practitioner, we want to encourage you. We want to encourage you to be bold and also to be demanding by design. The learning pathway of Live with Intent is demanding by design. The principle beyond us speaking about demanding by design is we believe in the fact that we expect the client to return and report. We expect the client to learn, to make and keep commitments. It's our role as coaches to support the client in that and to live and to learn that principle. So be demanding, ask for checkups, ask for check-ins, and make sure that you create a number of checkpoints in the learning pathway. We have designed checkpoints, fill them with life, and give your client a clear indication that you're going to be there, you're going to look at the results, and if it's a larger group, you may even have an oral or a written exam at the end to say, we want to test that this isn't just management or individual contributor entertainment or edutainment. No, this is a learning pathway. We take it very serious. We are really going to elevate your learning and increase your capacity for effectiveness.
So Thomas, one of the important mindsets that I think we've gotten quite good at is being comfortable with the role of stretching people. And you're probably more comfortable with it than I am, but I'm learning and I'm getting there. And the more I stretch people, the more they appreciate the pathway.
Oh man, I remember in flying, right? As you know, I mean, I grew up around the glider base and then started flying old-timers and engine planes, small planes. And I had one flight instructor. I mean, he got so on my nerves because every time we would go back to an airport, every time it was nice weather, normal procedures, he would fly above the airport. Oh yeah, today we're going to do a simulated engine failure. So he pulls the engine on idle. It's like, deal with it. You're just like, it's a nice Saturday afternoon. I don't have to do this. And again and again and again, he was demanding by design. I about had it. I really about had it because every time when I was looking at, let's have a nice, experience, he pulled something. He's like, oh yeah, we'll do a simulated landing here. We'll do a simulated forced landing there. We'll do a simulated forced landing in the forest. I about had it. But the day came that I needed that skill. And if I would not have practiced that, when I had a real emergency failure once, I would have reacted differently. So today, I'm super grateful to him, right, for pushing me over the edge again and again and again. So when I truly was in the situation where I had an emergency, it was routine. It was routine. It didn't even increase my breath rate or my heart rate. It's like, knowing what to do.
One of the things that I've learned and how to find that balance between stretch and support is if I see it, feel it, just say it. Am I stretching you too far? Do you feel you have enough support? And that allows me to test the boundaries a bit and to push the boundaries a bit, just to be open to the conversation. Is this too fast? Is it too much? Do you want to slow down?
So you will accelerate the learning as you stretch your coachees. So we want to invite you to also not just look for ways to be supportive, but also look for ways to stretch a bit, to challenge a bit, to give the mirror, to give the tougher feedback. I once had a dear colleague that said, you need to take the honey, you need to take the truth and dip it into honey, right? So be truthful in your feedback, be nice, but many times we're not clear enough, we're not bold enough in actually giving the tough feedback when it comes to more difficult situations.
The other impact that you will experience by being demanding by design is that people who graduate from Live with Intent, the Live with Intent pathway with you, that will mean something to them. They will be proud of that achievement and that experience, and they'll see the transformation that it has on their lives, oftentimes both personally and professionally.
That really will build their brand within the organization and also for themselves. So accelerated growth is possible as you commit and as you stretch people in a learning pathway.
So what's our point in one sentence? Accountability to a demanding pathway accelerates growth.
Welcome to the tribe.